Welcome to TomPadulaTV and to the series Improvvisata, literally meaning improvised, an afternoon of absolute joy for me and for all involved. In the second program, we begin with Amedeo singing My Way by, well, made famous by Frank Sinatra and ItaloAmerican. There's a lot of comparison between the Italo-Americans and the Italo-Australians and the Italo-Argentinians and the Italo everywhere else in the world. And that focus there, one we should not forget, because Italians are literally all over the globe, and there's always a little bit of Italy in all of us. Enjoy this second program. Another beauty, I've got my own mic. Amedeo, you have been going around Australia for a long time now, and you've been to all the states, is that correct? Yeah. Use your mic?
Many times, yeah, for many years now.
Yes.
40 years, yeah.
40 years?
Yeah, well, in Italian community, most of the Italian community.
So because it'll be, what, almost 40 years that you've been in Australia?
Yeah, in 1973 I came in Australia.
So next year will be the big one, huh?
Next year is 40 years.
And do you know that this year, for me, 1973, I arrived here 10 years earlier, in 1963, so it'll be 50 years for me.
That's right, you are really
So,
Australian, also bene you are.
We,
but you feel Italian, but you are a little bit also too now. After many years.
What it is that we evolve wherever we live, and the most important thing is to have a strong identity, and the key to it is really learning the local language. So once you learn English and then you retain your Italian, of course you have the best of both worlds, and this is something you can't pass on to your children, because if they want to learn Italian, they have to learn it.
That's okay. We must teach our kids, no? Our children.
Rather than teach them,
introduce them in Italian community, in Italian language, in Italian culture. Yeah.
But they do have Italian culture. The whole of the community has food, entertainment. A lot of our buildings are built by Italian. In other words, the Italian community in Australia is an integral part of being Australian in Australia. And therefore, we feel quite at home here, as we feel at home in Italy. But we also I feel at home when I go to the United States, because I have relatives there. So do you have one of those songs from
USA,
from the
American?
USA, ItaloAmerican?
Yes, well,
Sinatra, something that gives us the breadth of your talent.
I like everybody in the world like Sinatra. Okay.
Yes.
He was one of the best singers in the world.
Well, for singing, but when it comes to personalities, he was a bit of a fighter.
This has nothing to do with it.
I
remember now when he came in Australia, the journalist say something.
So there you are. Sinatra evokes great feelings, really, because he was one of the top people of Italian background in the States.
Yeah, well, his voice was one of the most original voices in the world.
And I think that even here in Australia, we haven't been, well, we have some examples of Italians who've made it in the big Australian community. In other words, do you know some of them? Some of the local ones? No?
The name of the...
well, we won't mention them. We'll just mention Amedeo Bazzarelli is very popular Italian singer in Australia. And he's going to give us a song by, that's Sinatra.
We want to play now. I want to sing My Way.
You want to sing My Way?
Yeah.
And it's My Way
in my way, not in his way.
In your way.
In my way.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Way.
Okay.
And now, the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll set it clear, I'll state my case, oh, which uncertain, love that's full. I travel each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did my way. Regrets, I had a few, but then again, too few to make sure I did what I had to do, and saw it through without exemption. I played each other course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I belong more than I could show, but through it all, when there was done, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. I laugh and cry, I had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to feel I did all day, and may I say, no in a shy way, oh no, no me, I did it my way. For what is a man, what has he got, if not myself, then is enough to send a thing he truly feel, and all the world, oh, I will need that I go show I took the blow and did it my way.
Oh, what a wonderful rendition. I think Frank up there, Mr. Sinatra.
I don't think so. I think it's another give us some communication.
No, not at all, not at all.
From
I think Sinatra has come to Teatro
well,
Padula.
maybe he's happy.
Well, we know that. We know that. We want to remember his name. Wow. What an interpretation of My Way by Amedeo Bazzarelli. Stay tuned. More to come.